and welcome to HW News. The second lockdown in India has ended on Sunday. However, from today onwards, the third phase of the lockdown will begin. This has been extended for 2 weeks till May 17th, but some considerable relaxations have been given based on the risk profiles of districts or a particular area. The Ministry of Home Affairs, as a part of the relaxation, has allowed movement of migrant workers. The migrant workers who were hit the most due to the sudden lockdown were stranded in different parts of the country with no food, money or shelter. Desperate to go back home, some had even staged a protest in Bandra, Surat and Hyderabad. Some even started walking barefoot thousands of kilometers. But while the government has allowed them to travel to their hometowns, it was not until today that they made the travel completely free. The migrant workers who were being sent back home via rail and buses were being charged a hefty amount of ticket fare. Several chief ministers had raised their voice against it. Even opposition Congress party had requested the government to make the travel completely free for the migrants. As the government did not issue any clarification about this, Congress President Sonia Gandhi directed all the state units of Congress party to bear the expenses of rail travel of migrant workers. She slammed the inaction of Modi government in this regard. Criticizing the Modi government in strong words, she asked if the government can spend hundreds of crores on Gujarat even to welcome US President Donald Trump, and railways can contribute rupees 151 crores for PM cares. Why can't the government make travel free for the migrant workers? She also said that this is the first time after 1947 that India has witnessed a tragedy with such a massive human cost. She further said despite raising the issue with the government several times, the government chose to ignore it. Now here is the entire letter of Sonia Gandhi. I am going to read it out for you. Sonia Gandhi wrote, "Our workers and labourers form the backbone of our economy. Their hard work and sacrifice are the foundations of our nation. As the central government barely gave a 4-hour notice of the lockdown, workers and migrant labourers were denied the opportunity to return to their homes. Post the partition of 1947, this is the first time India witnessed a tragedy with such a massive human cost as thousands of migrant workers and labourers were forced to walk home several hundred kilometers on foot without food, without medicines, without money, without any transportation, without anything except for their desire to return to their families and loved ones. The very thought of their plight is enough to break our hearts, as there was also the outpouring of support from fellow Indians for their inspiring resolve. But what is the responsibility of our government? Even today, lakhs of workers and migrant labourers are languishing in different parts of the country and wish to return to their homes and families, but there is neither adequate money nor provision for free transport. What is particularly disturbing is that the central government and the rail ministry are charging them for train tickets in this hour of crisis. Our workers and labourers are the ambassadors of our India's growth story. When our government can recognize its responsibility by arranging free air travel for our citizens stranded abroad, when the government can spend nearly rupees 100 crores on transport and food etc. for just one public program in Gujarat, when the rail ministry has the largest to donate rupees 151 crores to the PM cares fund, then why can't these essential members of our nation's fabric be given a fraction of the same courtesy, especially free rail travel at this hour of acute distress? The Indian National Congress, she further said, that has been raising this issue from the outset of the lockdown. There needs to be provisions for the safe and free rail travel of migrant workers and labourers to their hometowns. However, despite Congress's repeated demands, the central government and the rail ministry have chosen to completely ignore the same. She further said that the Indian National Congress has therefore taken a decision that every Pradesh Congress committees, PCCs as they are known, shall bear the cost for the rail travel of every needy worker and migrant labourer and shall take necessary steps in this regard. This will be the Indian National Congress's humble contribution in service of our compatriots and to stand shoulder to shoulder in solidarity with them. Well, that was the letter written by Congress President Sonia Gandhi, but how will the party carry this out? Senior Congress leader K.C. Venugopal explained.
We already given direction to the state PCCs to have a coordination with the state chief secretaries and railway officials for arranging this ticket fare. Everywhere there is actually state government is coordinating these things. State chief secretary has an idea. If that way we are ready to provide the money, train fare, that we will inform the state chief secretaries and the railway officials. That is the procedure. We are not going to have a registration and giving, it will create further confusion.
And may I add, with permission of Gopalji,
yeah.
If you will check if PTI was to check with their Karnataka counterpart, you will realize that, if I am correct, is when Venugopalji, General Secretary in charge, with his guidance and with active role played by the PCC President of Karnataka, I think Karnataka PCC has already deposited sum of rupees 1 crore with the Chief Minister and the Chief Secretary of Karnataka, and has said that they are happy to contribute any further amount in order to ensure that every migrant laborer and worker is safely able to return home to UP, to Bihar, to Odisha, or to anywhere else. I think a beginning has already been made late last evening, as Congress President decided it, as Venugopalji has already informed you. Necessary modalities shall be worked out. It's a matter of clear intent to serve, and considering that service is not only the heritage of Indian National Congress, but also our way forward. That is the sanskar and sanskriti that Indian National Congress carries in its blood and vein, and it flows through. I think it is time for government to wake up from its slumber also and honor its own responsibility to millions and millions of people who have contributed to India's growth story. That is our migrant laborers as also our workers.
The railway has actually given the circular sale of tickets, as these Shramik special trains are being run by railways only for those persons who have been cleared by originating state in consultation with the receiving state, and not for general public. Following methodology will be adopted for sale of tickets. The originating state will indicate the exact number of passengers traveling in train, which should be around 1,200 or at least 90%, considering the capacity of Shramik special train. B. Railway shall print train tickets to the specified destination as per number of passengers indicated by originating state and hand them over to the local state government authority. C. This is important. The local state government authority shall hand over the ticket to the passengers cleared by them and collect the ticket fare and hand over the total amount to railways. What does it mean? Then how can railway minister tell that we are going to issue an order now?
Meanwhile, Congress leader Jaivir Shergill slammed the centre's decision to charge railway fare from the migrants and said that by doing so in this hour of biggest humanitarian crisis, BJP government is behaving like East India Company.
By charging railway fare from the migrant labourers stuck in the lockdown for the past 40 days, the BJP government is behaving like East India Company. The act of charging railway fare is an act of extortion which the Indian National Congress condemns. Indian National Congress has a history of fighting against East India Company, fighting against the Britishers. So today, Indian National Congress, in support and solidarity of the Mazdoors of the labour force of this country, has taken a decision that each state unit of Congress, the Pradesh Congress committees, will bear the cost of train ticket of these migrant labourers who want to return home. BJP's hypocritical, shameless, heartless, extortionist face stands exposed today in front of the entire country. BJP has 5,000 crore plus to spend on self-promotion. 150 crore Railway Ministry has to give to PM Care Fund, which will never be audited. BJP recently spent more than 100 crore to ferry people for an event in Gujarat. But when it comes to showing a heart towards our migrant laborers. They are completely miser. This has exposed BJP's anti-labor force mindset, which the Indian National Congress condemns, and that is why we stand in solidarity with each and every worker of this country.
However, the centre, after facing a massive backlash, decided to make the travel free. It has announced that 85% of the total cost of tickets will be paid by the central government, whereas states will bear 15% of the expenses. Now, politics is going on this particular issue, but let us see whether the migrants on ground will actually get tickets for free or not. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.